Good evening, everybody. We're about to start week 3, and am still going through your discussion posts. So be on the lookout for questions and comments that I may have regarding your discussion posts. Also, be mindful that if I've asked a question, please answer that question. Sometimes you'll see that I don't post a grade in that section, and that's because I'm waiting for the answer. So, for week 3, our overview starts with our devotion and then our overview. Parents understand the importance of car seats, baby gates, and other ways to keep their children safe, but frequently, due to sensational stories, do not understand that one of the best ways to protect children is to make sure that they have all their immunizations and get the flu shot every year. Immunizations can save a child's life. Advances in medical science allow immunizations to protect children against more disease than ever before. Diseases that once injured or killed thousands of children have been eliminated completely, and others are close to extinction, primarily due to safe and effective vaccines. One example of the great impact has been the elimination of polio in the United States. Polio was once America's most feared disease, causing death and paralysis across the country. So, this section is really talking about prevention, vaccines, and anticipatory guidance. So, here we have readings and immunizations. Now, something to keep in mind too is that with immunizations, these change periodically. For example, over the last couple of years, they've now required 2 meningitis vaccines to be administered, one as they enter 6th grade and one as they enter 12th grade. So they change. So it's important that you stay up to date on the latest recommendations. And believe me, the schools will let you know. They're very strict about not letting children participate unless they've been immunized. Child injuries and children's environmental health are other topics. We have an audio PowerPoint here. And now you're going to see here we have two different assignments this week. We have a case study discussion and we have a clinical practice scenario. So let's look to see what the difference is between the two. Our case study discussion is very much like how you've been doing it. And remember how we're doing it. Your group leader, whoever the group designates to be the leader, will make the assignments. Now, this one, a 20-year-old mom comes into your office for a well child visit and with her infant with the following article from Time magazine. And be mindful too, Time magazine is not a reputable reference by any means. Case study, autism and vaccines. She tells you that she has decided that she does not want her child vaccinated at all with any vaccinations. We have what would you do, what aspects of the case study, socioeconomic, blah, blah, for 3. Number 4, remember, if there are only 3 members of your group, you will have to do the 4th question collaboratively as a group and then answer those completely. I've had some questions. People ask me, does this need to be written in APA format? And I think that that can kind of be um, misinterpreted when you write things. They are question and answer, but it does need to be written in proper grammar. The paragraph or 2 paragraphs that you write needs to be written in APA format. You need to also cite references and have a reference section on your paper or your whatever you're turning in. So that's the first section. That's the case study discussion. Now let's go to the next assignment that you have this week. That one is due Wednesday with your responses as usual on Sunday. This one, an individual clinical practice scenario, fevers. What is a fever? When is a fever okay? When is it harmful? Now, this is something, you see the word individual here? Everybody in the class is going to do this. This is not a group project. This is to be done on an individual basis, and you submit it, and you don't have to respond to anybody. This is an assignment that I want you to do. So each participant of Nursing 669 will complete this exercise, utilizing all of these 5 questions here, and then the 6 stands for proper grammar and APA. And you don't need to respond to anyone else's posting. And this needs to be done by Sunday. I'll give you till Sunday to do it. But as I say every week, don't wait until the last minute to do it. It'd be much easier for you to do this. I know you're very busy managing your clinical um, work, family, and then coursework also. So it's best to stay on top of things because when you get behind, it's so difficult to catch up. So that would be my recommendation for this week. So what I'll be doing over the next day or two is finishing up last week's case study discussions and then starting on these. If you have any questions, please contact me via email. My one request is if you are sending me an email to please make sure that you include your your course number and your cohort number. I teach 5 different sections of different courses and I need to know where you're coming from. Okay? Have a great evening.